So we've got a new trading plan, a new little look. I suppose we might as well quickly look at some charts, some charts. Um, Trader view. So lads, it is the 12th of June and it is currently 10:26 in the morning. So we are mid-London session right now. London session is in full swing. Full swing. Oh, anyways, let's talk about gold because gold's looking decent. All right. From this point on, energy through the roof. So we set this and we're hoping for price to come up here because there's stops all above this and there's stops all above here. And this little rectangle, yeah, is an intraday area of volume, and up here and 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 here. Oh no. Somebody help me. I can't put this in the video, surely. Surely. Surely I can't. Bring this up here. I don't like that purple line. That could be a bit more. But what I do like is the little test, the test. Right, I'm in a bit of a predicament now because where do we go from? Do we go from here? Do we go from here? That water's making me burp. Sorry, not sorry. Where the fuck is this box gone? Okay then. So 15 minute. Looking at the area where I plotted the 4 hour. We can see a beautiful fake out. So what this has done here, we've done all this consolidating, then we broke to the downside. Yeah, that break to the downside is completely the banks and institutions. Because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 forceful, nice candlesticks just shoving it straight down to the downside, taking out all of this fuckery, all of that consolidation, gone. So now we've been drawn to the downside. We pull up to that area, yeah. Make like an equal low type of thing here, even though that has come lower. So we're still good, yeah. Next thing you know, because there's obviously sellers from here, the market's been pumped up, tiny little stop hunt there going on. Stop hunt, bow. Then so we bought the market, now we've sold it. That buy to sell thing. They like doing it. And it's usually to do a stop hunt. So we stop hunting people from here. We're now selling again. And we go from A straight down to B. Nice little trade. But you see how once it broke that thing and closed back beneath it, we had 1 retest, 2 retest, and then we just slowly sunk off. There's a good area for me. Valid 4 hour area. Now, coming into price action, I'm looking at where gold is right now. What we need for this break to the upside to be definitely happening is we need price to come above here and close above here. That is what we need. And this candlestick, doing what it's done here, is a great sign of that potentially coming through. Potentially coming through. What I want to do is look at the weekly real quick. Weekly. We are Couple things I would like to know. On the highs and lows. Slightly baffled. Slightly baffled. What is going on? So we got the weekly high. What have I done? Look, can you see how I've not? That's meant to be there. It's got to be there for a reason. 1985. 1985. Oh, why is that there, man? That is so confusing. That it's not last week's high because last week's high is here at 1985. Sorry, 1980. Sorry, that's 2 weeks ago high, yeah. Last week high was here, but I don't know, I just don't understand why that would be there. I would have thought I would have snatched it for last week's high. Unless, lads, it's not making any sense. This was Friday, this was Thursday. Why would that why would I put that there? There's that high up here, but then the other high would be there. Do you know what I'm saying? This candlestick here that is fighting it. All right, cool. So we bottomed out. We've not come nowhere near it. We're rounding off now. And we need in order for this weekly thesis to come through, we need this weekly resistance here to be broken, and we need this weekly high. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna reset the charts because I don't like it. There's something not sitting right with me. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but something is not sitting right. This has to be bullish though. I would have thought we would have got a pullback to this area, a little wick. Do you know what I mean? I honestly would have thought we would have got that unless. So two things that could happen right now. We could roll over from here, yeah, come into this resistance, this like structure level, and then roll over. So from here to here, and then straight up into this region, right? If we don't get that, then price is going to literally do something very simple. It's going to break. It's going to break this line. Going to break this weekly, close above it. Might get a daily, like an intraday pullback on a smaller time frame, back to the level, and then it might piss off. So from here, break it, yeah, little tiny little touch, and then a continuation. But let's quickly reset these charts. I did not like the way that it was making me feel. You know, when I had that feeling that something was wrong. I don't know why, but I just do. So following the trading plan, yeah, which is this. Let's follow it. Let's follow it. Let's see what happens. So plotting out previous week. So we got this is this week here, Foreman. You know what? You know what I want to do? I'm going to start by placing it there on this week's low. Yeah. So this week low right there. And then what we're going to do is previous week low, which is there. So this is the previous week candle. And then we're going to do the previous week high also, which is there. So we've got the top and the bottom of last week's candle. We've got the bottom of this week's candle. And what we need to do is set another place where it could go to if price got broken, which for me is 85. Without making it too, like, because it's big here, quite big, and then small. It's not really even like that. So that's the weekly lines plotted. Looking at the candlesticks, you can see big drive, little body. And we've got the wick, then we've got the deeper wick and the rounding off wick, where price has come back up, sorry. We rejected all of this area, and now price, if we zoom in, you can see how it's sitting above this candlestick right now. So that candlestick there, yeah, you can see, look, it bottomed out here. We had that, this is a 3-pin going on right now. 3-pin, 1, 2 being the deepest one, and the third one being the new highest point. So low, lower low, high low. And then you've got this candle closing above this one here, and then continuing to the upside. So we've got to continue to the upside, yeah. Pushing to 1970. Sorry, 1972. But if we round it, we can go 1970, which is there. And then price came all the way back down and closed above this weekly region here at 1958. And then 1958, price come back into it. And now we've got this little gap here from the weekend. It probably would have opened around here, where it hasn't. There's a little gap. What we could be doing now is coming up to fulfill this previous week high. That is what I feel like could be happening. So that's that zoomed in. So knowing what we're looking for now, which is this weekly high to be touched, we can now scale down and start to look at what's actually happening. Do you know what I mean? So I just want to point out that price has done this thing. Look, so we had that wick, yeah, no candle bodies, no candle bodies. Again, wick, no candle bodies. And then we have the fat drive into these wicks, now with a candle, yeah. We had one drive, we'll pull up, then another drive. And guess what? This didn't get broken, neither did this or this. And we didn't even touch this weekly low right here. So remember what I said, yeah? About that arrow there. Can you see how price came beneath it and closed above it? I honestly thought that we would have got a touch into that region. Like, you see how this candle has formed. I thought we would have had this sort of candle, but a bit lower, like somewhere down here. But yeah, it didn't happen. So right now, we've had, excuse me. Oh, come on. I hate being ill. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Can't breathe. Can't breathe. Oh, by the way, I'm on day 27. for the push-up challenge. I've done the whole month already. Crazy shit. Time absolutely flew by. But yeah, I've literally been doing 100 push-ups every day. On day 27, I have 3 days left, and then the challenge will be done, and I will be moving on to a pull-up challenge to try and get bigger arms and a bigger back. So yeah, that's my next adventure. And I also bought a funded challenge now. The funded challenge account has been paid for, and it has been opened on my MetaTrader, which I will show you guys right now. Look. Oh my God, it's blurring out. You can't see it. Can you guys see that? I hope you can see it. Please, just show that. Please. Can you just show? Well, that is a piece of shit. But yeah. Basically, the 5K, it's a 5K funded challenge. And yeah, it's ready to go, basically. It is ready to go. So when I start trading on that, you guys will be the first to know about it. Sorry, just going through emails quick. Right, cool. Um, and yeah, so the pull-ups and the funded challenge well, going into like next week sort of thing. That's what's going to be happening. So yeah, been quite good. Can't lie. It's been very good. What I'm going to do is set an arrow there. Set an arrow. Because I want to see how, if price comes above this, I want to see how it behaves. And also, for some reason, for some reason, I want to plot this on there. Right. So we're going to leave gold right now. Yeah. I'm not going to do anything else. I just want to see how it behaves because what's going on right now, yeah, is a fat load of like just consolidation and accumulation. Nothing is actually happening. Can you see this noise, this mess, this shit? A load of shit. But on the bigger time frames, we are bearish. Remembering that. Are we bearish? No. On a 3 month, we are actually bullish. All right, cool. So we're bullish on the bigger time frames, yeah? We had this last 3 month candle close above here, above here. That's technically a new high. And then this 3 month candle, we have come higher than these previous 2 wicks. But we have come all the way back down to where this previous 3 month candle has closed. And the 1 month time frame. So we can see this 3-pin formation again, this being the lowest point, this rounding up. What we need to see in the next 18 days, if gold is going to come up and start making new territorial highs up here where it's never ever been before, if gold is going to do this, what we need to see is a candlestick on a monthly time frame closing above these two here. We need a closure above. That's what we need for that higher, that bigger picture thesis to come through. But until then, until we get that close above this region, yeah, we are bearish. Even here, price broke the structure here. We got new lows. We got new lows right now on the weekly time frame. Price is coming up, potentially making a little pullback. So I do believe we are due. We are due for at least a week of bullish. Like we are due for it. Just want to set this perfect daily zone. So can you see when I was talking about this earlier, daily time frame to mark out daily ranges where volume is? This is what I mean by that. This is where volume is sitting. Price has come into this region, yeah, retested it, and then we've sunk hundreds of pips to the downside. Oopsie daisy. All the way down here, 622 pips before a bullish candle was even formed. So a lot of volume is sitting up here, and I do believe that price is trying to come up and touch it. We've got a sick area here where gold can come to. So we'll put that on there. It's like a double confluence. As I already said, there is a shitload of stop losses above here that I just feel like gold is going to just take them clean out. And yeah. So we're going to leave gold for now. We're going to leave it. We're going to see if it pulls down any deeper to maybe one of these regions or what it does from this zone. But I do believe we are headed up here. Could either be from here to here. Or lads, or we could be coming down from somewhere around here. So those are the two options. How long have I been recording? This one's going to be a long one. So GA next, quick ting. Oh, beautiful. We've had a trade gone wrong. Let's see what's happened. We've had a trade gone wrong. All right. So we had the right idea for GA to come down into this level, which I believe is a 4 hour. 1 second. Why is that on there? So I plotted this line because it's like an order block area. We had a bit that's falling, wicking, consolidation, sold it, bought it, sold it. Yeah, come low, rounded off here. Boom, massive bullish candlestick to wipe out all of that. And these two candlesticks here, if you can see that wick, let me move that arrow. Bow. Can you see how that wick came straight into the top of these two bodies? So this was a good area for GBP AUD to come into. But from here down to here, we got that. Price slowly made its way down into this region. So if I entered exactly here, I would have pretty much been stopped out. No, I wouldn't have been stopped out. I would still be in. 28 pips stop loss I had, and that came 26 pips down. So I would still be in the trade. But yeah, a bit of drawdown. We've come into this. What is that? It's like a weekly. All right. So that's what's happening. So we're bearish on GA right now. Completely bearish. And what is happening is this week, last week's low is currently being tested, or about to be. Um, we'll mark that on there. We'll mark that on. It's a bit high though. So we've got the previous week high, the previous week low, and we got this week's high being formed up there. So coming down into the daily with this information, we can now wait for one very simple thing, and that is a break of this region. If we do not get that break and we're consolidating within here, then we do not have to worry about anything. But what I believe is happening is we're reacting from this area, which is 8600, 86,000. Yeah, pretty weird one. The GA came into this small area. Now I do believe if we get this, this is just a small 2-hour area where price came into. But if we can get a closure above this, I reckon we can float our way back up. Just simply because there's a lot of candlesticks right here. A lot of candlesticks, guys, and no momentum. So I don't believe GA is ready to just sink just yet. If it does, I'll be quite surprised. But this week we formed a high here in line with this wick. So that's why it's bumped its head, because of this resistance at 8,650. But I was expecting something like this to happen because of this big candle. That's usually what happens after a big candle, especially on the weekly or the daily. We're usually followed by some form of doji looking. But it is currently Monday, so we still got 4.5 days where this could change. So using this daily area, we can see how price came down and then we snatched into this daily area, right? And then look, price came back here, closed above it. Closed above it, stayed above it, wick to the downside. Then we had a wick to the upside and price decided what it wanted to do. And the reason it's closed like this is probably because of the overall direction on the higher time frames. So now on a daily, our last daily candlestick was very bearish. And we closed beneath this major liquidity zone with 3 good wicks to that, to that higher area at 87,000. And now we have another wick shooting into this, where this body closed, which is 8650, beautiful level, and we've rejected it, and now we're coming low. So we could be seeing a nice rollover. We could be seeing a nice rollover. This here could have been a little stop hunt. Can you see how this wick came into that box? So here is a little stop hunt, people selling, boom, boom. They've bought the market to just instantly sell it. Retest, continuation to the down, continue down. It's a pretty weird one. It is pretty weird. GA, I'm not sure what it's going to do right now. Like, genuinely, I don't know. There's no point me sitting here, trying to predict what it's going to do when I've got no fucking idea. Like, I know where it wants to go potentially, but from what it's doing right here at this exact area, it could do this. It could do this and just trickle its way up to like here, somewhere up here. Or it could just continue sinking off. Well, I'm going to leave that for GA. I'm not going to predict a trade or nothing. We're going to remain neutral. And we're going to wait to see what happens. And yeah, that's going to be it from me.